I used to be one of the biggest people pleasers ever, bro. I used to be one of the biggest people pleasers ever, and um, if I'm being honest, that really took a toll on my life. It made me see myself as very, very small, you guys. It made me see myself as very small. It made me see myself as such a victim. And in this video, I'm just going to talk to you guys about like my people pleasing era and how I changed that, how I got out of it, and maybe how you can do the same too. So I feel like this stems from my childhood. In my childhood, when I was a kid, I just always wanted to be accepted. I always wanted to have friends. I would look at the most popular kid and I'll be like, yo, how can I be like him, you know? And because of that, I would kind of suck up to the popular kids in high school. After high school, I will say I started to find myself a little bit more. I started to, I played basketball, mind you. And I started to have pride with my basketball because I was pretty good, So because of that, and because I did see myself as being the best, I didn't have to answer to anybody but myself. I noticed that when I only answered to myself, that attracted more people. But at the time, I didn't really think about it that deep at the time, Life is crazy in the sense that, like, when you go to people, they reject you. But when you go to yourself, people are more drawn to you. You don't have to go to people. The more you go to yourself for advice, the more you work on yourself, the more you believe in yourself, and I can't stress this enough. The more you believe in yourself, the more people believe in you and what you're doing. And it never really dawned on me until I would say 2024, 2025. When I got to university, I wanted friends, like I was going through a messy breakup. And I was alone. Now that I have experienced everything that I've experienced, mind you, this messy breakup was in 2020. Now it's 2026. Now that I've experienced everything, the biggest lesson that I've learned is you're better off just being by yourself. You learn a lot when you're by yourself. You learn so much when you are by yourself. You learn what you like, you learn what you don't like, you learn those little things that tick you off, you learn what makes you happy, what makes you sad. You also start to learn the boundaries that are important to you, the boundaries that you don't want people to cross. And yeah, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you came to this world by yourself and you're leaving by yourself. The best relationship you can have is the relationship that you have with yourself. And I'm telling you that it took me a while to realize that. It took me 25 years of my life to realize that. And I'm happy that it took me 25 years. Some people never realize it. Some people never ever realize it. I'm happy that it at least like came to me. And I want it to come to you as well. That's why I'm making this video. Because if this video can help one person, then I've done my job. I see a lot of people begging for community, begging for friendship, begging people to be in their lives. And if I'm being honest, I used to be that kind of person. I used to be the kind of person that how do I put this, bro? I just desperately needed people to be in my life, be it in a friendship, relationship, whatever. And I'm telling you that that's no way to live. I was on a call with one of my friends last night, and she said, Dayo, I was just talking to her about my life and everything. She was asking questions. And she said, Dayo, who do you talk to? Like, do you talk to anybody? Like, I hope you have someone to talk to. And I said, I talk to my brother, but then for the most part, I don't talk to people. I'll talk to the camera, I'll talk to the internet. Like, I don't really care. But like, directly sitting down and talking to people, I don't really do that anymore. I used to think that people cared, but then the average person does not really care. Everyone is going through their own issues, and like, you watching this video, you are watching this video because this video, chances are, it helps you in some kind of way. And yeah, she said, why don't you call anybody? She said, Dayo, if I don't call you, I know that you're not going to call me. And I'm like, life is peaceful. When the more people you have around you, the more complicated your life gets. The more complicated things just get. And it's just like, no. I used to have like, so many people around. I used to have so many friends. Oh my God. I used to have so many friends, so many people around me, so many people to talk to, so many people to hang out with, But then as time went on, I said, nah, like, this can't be life. So I told her, yeah, like, truth be told, like, if we don't talk, I'll lie down, I'll play my PS5, and I'll watch YouTube, and I'll just chill. I do my work, which is making YouTube videos and going to, right now, the grocery store. I'll do my work and call it a day. You guys don't understand the amount of peace you have when you stop people pleasing. A lot of you guys, are in a big friend group, maybe a group of 5, 7, 10 people. And you don't know that you are just the friend that they just call so that there's a crowd of people to be there. You're just like a numbers friend. You feel me? You can't have intimate relationships with everybody. You can't just have any relationship with anybody. And as me personally, I used to think, why can't I just be friends with everybody? Why? But the truth of the matter is, we all grew up extremely differently. No one person grew up the same. The only person that kind of grew up the same with as you is your sibling, if you have siblings. But besides that, nobody grew up the same. Therefore, that means that, you should actually be okay being by yourself. Because no one is going to understand you the way you understand yourself when you actually sit down by yourself and process, everything that has happened to you, and you process everything that is currently happening to you. There's so many things that have happened to me in life, and I kind of wish that I could talk to someone about it, and that's okay. But then at the same time, they will never be able to understand you because their life experience is not your life experience. Everyone goes through extremely different things. Everyone's life is so entirely different, bro. Like, it's so different. Like, you wouldn't understand. You wouldn't understand. In terms of people pleasing, bro, I don't know if I've told the story on YouTube, but and maybe like, to be honest, this was kind of a traumatic experience for me. It really hits me like hard. It hit me very hard, and I will say that this was the catalyst to my whole I want to improve myself journey and all of that, I was in a friend group, and someone said that I should shut up. I have no authority when I tried to suggest, some game. It was a games night. It was someone's birthday. And one of the girls in the friend group told me to shut up. I have no authority. Just because I tried to suggest a game. And I got very angry. I remember getting extremely angry that day. Like, how could you say that to me? Like, that's so mean. That's so rude. And then one of the girls, that I was actually friends with, she told me, "Oh, Dario, don't say anything. Don't say anything. You're going to get the other people angry. You're going to get the other girls angry." And I said to myself, what? This person said something that hurts me so deeply, and this hurt comes from like being a kid, like, and people pleasing as a kid, and then realizing that I'm still stuck in the same cycle. And ever since then, I told myself that no, like, I don't want this to be my life. I need to work on myself, and ever since then, I have been, I've been working on myself. And truth be told, like I said, if it means that I'm going to be by myself, like, listen, you guys, 9 out of 10 times I'm alone. I am alone. 9 out of 10 times I'm alone. I'm not seeking validation from anybody. I'm not seeking validation from sex, any woman, any friendship. No. And the people that are in my life right now, they chose to be here. They did not beg to be in my life. Sorry, I didn't beg them to be in my life. They are here because, they think I'm cool. Even when I have nothing to offer, they are here. When I have something to offer, they are here. When I have nothing to offer, they are still here. And that's how life is meant to be. With that being said, if you are a people pleaser, if you feel like you're not living for yourself, but you're living for the validation of other people, I actually urge you to stop that bullshit. You are killing yourself. You're killing yourself. The only person that you need is you.